The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
This is Christine Langley with the Wyoming Women's Business Center, and I want to welcome you to Vendor Management in QuickBooks, the online version. The Wyoming Women's Business Center is a nonprofit organization that assists individuals who want to start or expand small businesses, specifically in the state of Wyoming. And we do that through three distinct programs. The first is business training and counseling. The second is access to capital through our microloan program, as well as our individual development accounts programs. And then lastly, our professional artist development center. So this QuickBooks training is being brought to you by our microloan program, which was started to provide access to funds for those unable to get business loans through traditional means. So if you'd like more information on the microloan program, please contact Waldo Smith. And now I'd like to turn it over to Derek Campbell with Capital Clarity Company. Welcome, Derek.
Thank you, Christine. Okay, guys, like Christine said, in this video, we will be discussing the best practices for managing your vendors list in QuickBooks Online. So a vendor is anyone, individual to corporation, from whom you purchase goods or services. It's important to keep track of your vendors so that you can track who you are paying and why you are paying them. Keeping a vendor's information accurate makes the process of issuing checks or creating payments simpler and quicker, and it also makes it easier to track vendors to whom you will need to issue a Form 1099 miscellaneous at the end of the calendar year. For most accurate reporting, it is best to avoid creating duplicate vendors. To ensure a proper system of controls, it's also a good idea to avoid authorizing employees or bookkeepers the ability to create a new vendor without prior approval from management. This is mainly because a fake vendor could, in theory, be created, which makes it easier to create a fake payment. Keep an eye on your vendor list and review your payments on a regular basis. Remember that for tax years 2018 and 2019, you are required to issue a Form 1099 miscellaneous to any vendors who are not corporations and to whom you pay more than $600 in services during any calendar year. You do not need to issue a Form 1099 miscellaneous to vendors for whom you purchase products or goods. After logging into your QuickBooks Online company account, navigate to the Expenses tab on the left-hand side of the screen and select Vendors from the top of the screen. Select a vendor from this list to see the details and a list of all transactions related to this vendor. To edit the vendor's information, click the Edit button in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. This is where you can edit the company name, contact information, payment preferences, select whether or not you need to track the vendor for Form 1099 miscellaneous payments, or you can even mark the vendor as inactive. You can also run a report to track vendor payments over a specific time period. To do so, navigate to the Reports tab on the left-hand side of the page, scroll down to the Expenses and Vendors section, and select the report Transaction List by Vendor. Adjust the dates for the period you'd like to review at the top of the page and click Run Report. This report will display a list of each transaction grouped by vendor for the selected time frame. Review this report for any transactions that look inconsistent or unusual. You can also run a report that will show you your Form 1099 miscellaneous totals. To do so, navigate back to the Reports tab on the left-hand side of the page. Scroll down to the Expenses and Vendors section once again and select 1099 Transaction Detail Report. This report will display all vendors to whom you need to issue a Form 1099 miscellaneous if you pay them more than the applicable threshold. Note that this will only display vendors if you've marked them to track 1099 payments in the vendor information page. Thanks again for watching our video, and please keep an eye out for other videos for more QuickBooks and general accounting topics. Back to you, Christine.
Thanks, Derek. The Wyoming Women's Business Center is made possible through several partnership agencies, mainly the U.S. Small Business Administration and the Wyoming Business Council. And so we're very thankful for their support and guidance and their partnership. If you'd like more information about the Wyoming Women's Business Center, our contact information is listed on the screen, and you're welcome to contact a business counselor directly. Or if you're interested specifically in the microloan program, please contact Waldo Smith. Thanks again, everybody, for joining us today.